Sergeant Almog Shiloni laid to rest after succumbing to stab wounds. Funeral held for 25-year-old woman after West Bank attack. Biden says the U.S. will never allow Iran to have nuclear weapons. And the UN appoints Dutch general to head inquiry into Gaza war crimes. Shalom and welcome to the Jerusalem Post News. Here are your headlines for Tuesday, November 11th. The soldier who was stabbed in Tel Aviv Monday afternoon by a Palestinian man succumbed to his wounds later in the evening. 20-year-old Almog Shiloni was a soldier in the Air Force and was stabbed near the Haganah train station. After his death, he was promoted to staff sergeant and his funeral took place at 2 p.m. on Tuesday at Jerusalem's Mount Herzl. The man who stabbed him was apprehended on the scene and was identified as 18-year-old Noor Aladdin Abu Hashia, who is illegally in Israel. Security forces later detained his father and 3 brothers in their home in the Askar refugee camp near Nablus. A young woman who was killed on Monday in a stabbing attack in the West Bank was laid to rest on Tuesday morning. 25-year-old Dalia Lamkus was killed when she was stabbed near the entrance to a lounge food by a Palestinian man who, after stabbing her, continued to attack others nearby with a knife, injuring 2 others before he attempted to flee but was ultimately apprehended. 30-year-old Hebron resident named Maher Hamdi Hashalmon was named as the perpetrator after an investigation. He is a member of Islamic Jihad, and the organization later claimed responsibility for the attack. He was imprisoned in Israel between 2000 and 2005 for throwing a Molotov cocktail at an IDF patrol. Lamkus's funeral was attended by hundreds of people, including politicians. She was one of 6 children and worked as an occupational therapist for kindergarten children. On Monday night after her passing, it came to light that she was involved in a similar stabbing attack at the same junction in 2006, but was not badly harmed. Vice President Joe Biden told the Jewish Federation's General Assembly on Monday that the United States will not let Iran acquire nuclear weapons.
I've heard so much malarkey about our position on Iran. Let me say it to you clearly, in Biden-esque way. We will not let Iran acquire a nuclear weapon, period. 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 And I would not put my 42-year reputation on the line where I'm not certain when I say it, we mean it.
Biden continued and stressed that the bond between the U.S. and Israel is unbreakable despite bumps in the road. The Jewish Federation's General Assembly will conclude on Tuesday with a speech by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu via satellite. The United Nations on Monday named a retired Dutch general to head an inquiry into attacks on United Nations facilities during Operation Protective Edge this summer.
The Secretary General has established an internal and independent United Nations Headquarters Board of Inquiry into certain incidents that occurred in the Gaza Strip between the 8th of July and the 26th of August, 2014. The board will be led by Mr. Patrick Kammert of the Netherlands. It will review and investigate a number of specific incidents in which deaths or injuries occurred at and/or damage was done to United Nations premises. The board will also review and investigate incidents in which weapons were found to be present on United Nations premises.
And that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more headlines. For now, shalom from the Jerusalem Post studios.